Okay. Oh, okay. Comfy in my old age. There we go. Do. Do. Let's do transition. So we're going to be playing some Civ 6. For no other reason than felt like a bit of something different. And for a laugh. We've got any active chatters? Come on, make a decision for me. Do I go just I hate myself and play deity? Or do I play something more realistic to my skill set and play like, I don't know, king? I'll play online speed. You know, we'll play huge air. Knock a couple of these off just for a laugh. I'm gonna fill up with. Hey, Phylon, how you doing? So, don't know if you were here when I asked the question, but I'll ask you anyways, because you are here. Or at least you're here now, by the looks of it. Do I play king? Or do I go completely crazy with it and play deity? Or somewhere in between? How much do you hate me tonight? Okay. Du-du-du-du. Uh, du-du-du. I'm gonna go king. If yeah, no takers on what I should do. All right, I'm just gonna stick with king then.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Cast your net wide, O Trajan, Emperor of mighty Rome. Your legions stand at the ready to march out and establish the largest empire the world has ever seen. If you can truly get all roads to lead to Rome, yours will be an empire of great riches and luxuries. Surely then our citizens will proclaim you as their best ruler, the Optimus Princeps.
Rome Gaming, Hampy, how you doing? All right. Let's grab a scout. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Right, are we in Saudi Arabia? Absolutely non-happy. I had one person message and say, oh, what countries are free? I reply, just about anything you want to play. And then he just doesn't reply. So, fuck it. In fact, I'll say I had two people message because BK messaged about it. But then BK never followed it up when I answered. I can only do so much. So, here's what it is.
It is not that life ashore is distasteful to me.
Da, 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 da.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Okay, so I'm thinking another city there. Alright. Time to start just queuing. We're gonna... I think we're gonna do that. Let's get Civ6. Oh, we're gonna go the early production. I think that'll help us, especially with getting out an extra couple cities. Eureka! Definitely settling here. Well, next to it. That floodplains. Rather the floodplains than the cotton. Or it'll have to be on the cotton because it's the only one that directly connects to the sea.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Do. I'm thinking. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
نافق شتون ماشي جغت غاز راحتي راس وقلتوغن وارزن
Fuck's sake, why do we have to
Полакер
find some angry
сагамбалда.
cunt straight out of the
Вот тема
gate?
баламану заштам.
So let's finish working this out. So 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I can have it there or there. Probably here, I'm guessing. New. Stay there for now.
Who deserves more credit than the wife of a coal miner? Every nation lives by exchange.
Need another civilization. And just do that.
No somos Felipe, rey de España y Portugal. Empero, por encima de todo, somos fieles devotos de la única y verdadera religión.
In English, we don't want to give you our information. Where do we bump into you? You're in Africa. Cool. So in this world, Rome is more like coming out of as the Islamic invasion, I guess. We're not going to have any more of that. Let's turn this on. Let's run you back this way. We'll set that one first.
Writing means sharing. It's part of the human condition to want to share things. Skill without imagination.
Still thinking that. That'd be pretty handy. That's about that. Sell city. Wait a second, did I miss something? Is that like the special Roman ability? All cities founded or conquered start of a trading post. Yes. Okay. I completely overlooked that ability. That is very strong. Granary to start with.
Bravery is being the only one who knows you're afraid.
Your mom.
Bronze is the mirror of the form, wine of the mind. A strong economy begins with a strong, well-educated workforce.
Keep doing that. I'm gonna pick quarry so we can build walls. Da-da-da-da. Get a trader. Farming a granary. Okay, go back into the wilderness.
It was luxuries like air conditioning that brought down the Roman Empire. With air conditioning, their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the barbarians coming.
Good. Du-du-du. Well, if I settle here, do I? Well, I don't know. Claims the cotton's still there, so I guess we'll find out.
Je suis Catherine, reine mère de France. Je vous souhaite la bienvenue à mon royaume. J'ai grand désir et envie de découvrir tous vos secrets.
Where do we bump into her? Ah.
Ngina mvemba nzinga yeketi lovana mbote. Ngeti monavo lo sambuka kwa tata nzambi. Keti lwena vava mukabula ntemweno.
Not sure. Just high. Where we bump onto you then?
Each of us is carving a stone, erecting a...
Thereabouts. Guess we bumped into them over that way. That, or they just moved straight past us very quickly. Du-du-du. How many archers do you bloody need?
Divide and rule, a sound motto. Unite and lead, a better one.
I've become a republic. Entered the
Thousands have
classical.
lived without love. Not one without water.
Sound. Uh, bu- 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 To be fair, we're probably going to start building more districts than anything else at the moment.
I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius, and we're skeptical. I like to say I practice militant mysticism. I'm absolutely sure of some things that I don't quite know.
Great Roman Navy is being built.
It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves.
Kill it. Kill it with fire. Catch your breath.
Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants.
Did you just build that? I think I could maximize that. Maybe if I build this one first. Let's get busy for a while. What can you build? Well, actually, you got some pesky barbarians not too far away. What building? That there would not be a terrible idea. Ooh, they want iron for gold. Okay, iron for gold. Yeah.
If bread is the first necessity of life, recreation is a close second.
Okay. Is the most likely one so far. I'm gonna try and get. Okay.
Sometimes the wheel turns slowly, but it turns.
Explore. You are needed around here. Nope. No one fucking did. Nah. Ignite. What? What do you mean ignite? Yeah. This is civilizations. It's pointless investing in them, right? Yeah, this is Civ6. It has a technical side to it, but it's much easier than Hearts-of-Iron.
As it turns out, Mount Kilimanjaro is not Wi-Fi enabled, so I had to spend 2 weeks in Tanzania talking to the people on my trip.
Yeah, that one. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Zanzibar.
Everything has its limit. Iron ore cannot be educated into gold.
Well, can't be educated into it. But you could reassemble the atoms to create it.
Signy is a 250 square mile tiger trap made up on massive obelisks, riddled with jagged spears. And yes, they will cut your pretty face. If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went.
Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, fucking clicked off the game like an idiot. Civ doesn't like it when you click off the game, it kicks off at you. There we go, back on. Bum, bum, bum. Do, do, do. There we go. The old man is appeased. We have been besieged by sea for long enough. first Roman legion was created. But that being said, maybe it's time we buy a couple more legions. At least one.
Defense is superior to
Repair. Governor's titles. Oh, and we got another one. Alright, 2 of 10 is like the limit that these guys are going to accept. Do they accept the thing? The same? No, she's not going to accept 15. 14. 13. No. 8. Right, there we go. Let's build that back up then. 10. 10. That's cool. I apparently am the Iron Merchant. The Eastern Iron Merchant. Where is she? Do. 280. Should buy another one next step. And then settle down here. Where the hell is Mexico City? Wait. Oh, wait. Down there. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Damn. Congo did
There
it.
is nothing but a plank between a sailor and eternity. I have filled a water bag from my people and gone to the desert, and walked empty wastes while the wolf howled, like a gambler whose family starves.
Italy is clearly in Spanish hands. Well. Oh yeah, shit.
Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves.
Home.
I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. Those who in quarrels interpose must often wipe a bloody nose.
We're good navigation. That's a happy accident. Now. Build the science there. I'm going to hold off for now. Fuck's sake, I forgot to buy that settler again. Can't. Fuck you. This is my camp. I'll make the commerce one last. That actually just makes sense. rivers actually make sense because the next one worked, but most of my cities are built on rivers. That's only good once. Now we're gonna go with the river goddess. River goddess.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
Do. Why not? Why does that look like Scythia is actually about to invade these guys? Do.
And all I ask is a talk.
Right. Whilst I remember. Settle it. There. You. You're now an archer. How would it be? You're all the way up there. Mexico City could be worth it. They want a trade route though. Begin a route. See how it goes. Some walls are being built, but you know, you will research it quicker than the Eureka. I could literally just build the pyramids for the sake of building the pyramids. Dun, 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 dun.
We can no more have exact religious thinking without theology than exact mensuration and astronomy without mathematics, or exact iron making without chemistry.
Very nice. Well, we're gonna build a library. That. Ba, ba, ba. Yo, DJ, it's been a while. How you doing, pal? Definitely been a hot minute. With the restaurant. Shit, I don't remember you saying that you worked in a restaurant. What, you a manager or something, or just like just work there? Actually, whereabouts is Hong Kong? So I'm going to become a suzerain of a engineering production place. It might as well be. Yeah, I might as well make it Mexico City. Yeah, I'll do it. I got 2 buffer states now. I ain't gonna bother trying to fight their religion because I'm already on the back foot. I don't even have one made. And fuck it. I don't care for your open borders. Why can't I get gold per 10 off you though? You know what? Give me your diplomatic favor. Oh shit. You're gonna give me a lot, aren't you? Okay. You said yes to 20. Why are you saying just flat? Okay. How much gold is she willing to give for this? $38 plus most of your diplomatic favor. I'll take that deal. It's a damn good deal.
Oddly, it appears not to be the scar of a meteorite, but a deeply eroded dome with a rainbow-inspired color scheme.
Hmm. You want to give me a great work? Wait, what for? I'm not giving you open borders. I don't want your open borders. I'm not giving you that either. Hmm. Yeah, I'll accept that. You need the cash? I'll take the tourism, the culture boost. Why not?
Normal people believe that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Engineers believe that if it ain't broke, it doesn't have enough features yet. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon.
Yes. Governor's titles. Nah, don't do that. How you doing, Zale? Yo, how you doing? I'm good. Just chilling.
No hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle.
Just been no lifing on it. That's fair, man. That's fair. Like, you've been missed when it comes to D&D, but we have, when we've all shown up, just gone on without you because the assumption was made that whilst you're doing 5M, you're probably not interested. Also, how come you're not streaming it? Ah, fair enough. Like you streamed it once, like what, a month or two ago? I think just before Christmas, actually. Or was it just after? It was. You know what? You know when I mean. Like, well, you've just dropped off. Come on, why don't you stream it?
From the height of these pyramids, 40 centuries look down on us.
Like, when you say that, was there like loads of drama on the 5M server? Like, how do you mean? If you want to talk about it, that is. Oh. Well, still, that's like the charm of GTA roleplay, isn't it? Like, I'm sure to some degree people would love to see that shit. Because isn't that sort of the point? No, that not that type of shit. Okay, fair.
In democracy, it's your vote that counts. In feudalism, it's your count that votes.
Da, 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 da. Oh, you definitely got to find yourself something you can stream a bit then, pal, because it would do you good. If nothing else, it lets everyone else that you're sort of ignoring know that you're still alive. Damn. Half ever's gone. Miles off. I'm not gonna go into any of them because I know the AI is gonna throw a lot of diplomatic weight around. 666. Yeah, it's a few of that. I'm the only one that voted. No points awarded towards great profits. Interesting. Interesting. There we go. Fair enough.
There is no easy way to train an apprentice. My two tools are example and nagging. Create with the heart. A good navy is not a provocation to war. It is the surest guarantee of peace.
Probably not escaping, but let's try it.
With the sun shining brightly, then dusk's mist falling, at every turn the scenery changes like magic.
Oh, hello, Germany.
Papon pisesio tiros galation ici. Ambiorir semi.
Encore.
Ezion penon. Ich bin Ludwig von Bayern, König dieser Lande. Des Schwanenritters alte Sage lebt in mir erneut. Do tiresa senti sama sida kak. Etiklaga.
Let me ask leave then, to pay a tribute of respect and admiration to the once desired Matterhorn, before his head has lost the last rays of a sun departing to gild loftier and more distant ranges. Betwixt the stirrup and the ground, mercy I asked, mercy I found.
That's fine, pal. Oh, you're a director of a restaurant. Bears. Didn't realise, pal. $4 months? Fuck. Okay, I guess that explains why you just sort of disappeared for a while. Yeah. I could definitely imagine that keeps you busy. Out of curiosity, is it like a chain of restaurants? Is it a single one? Like, just trying to like guess how, get an idea of what your workload sort of looks like. Hey, happen you. Sometimes you just got to take that step, don't you? You're never getting any younger, and obviously the better job you can have for a while helps you save up for when you get old and need to retire and slow down.
Being a mercenary, though, hey, we just go wherever there's a mixture of money and trouble.
Fair. Fair. You'll die before you get there, but come on so we can try and fix you up. I'm guessing in that case then, if you're that busy with work and stuff, you've probably not had a chance to check out many of the games that have come out recently, or have you? Fair. No, that makes sense. So is it just you managing it, or have you got like family or friends helping you out? Because you say we manage that, so I'm guessing there's a couple of you there. Lahore. Oh, fair. So, like, did everyone sort like, are you all sharing like the directing of the place, or was it like agreed that you'd be like the director? I don't know, stepdad being head chef, or like, what sort of dynamic have you guys got going on with that? Because I know going into business full stop can be messy, but going into business with family, that can be awkward. Not to say it's awkward for you guys. You have the main deciding shares. Fair. No, fair. Sounds like you guys are doing a good job of it as well. Oh, when did I lose them? Someone got an extra wine, I guess. Yeah, stuff which you can just chill on for a little bit. I get it. Nothing too taxing.
I'd imagine the whole world as one big machine. Machines never come with any spare parts, you know. They always come with the exact amount they need.
No, I get that. Like, to be fair, over the past few Saturdays where I've not really played Hearts of Iron, it's normally quite a killer for me because I go from technically an 8-hour shift, even though I spend 9 hours at work, but an hour of it is unpaid due to lunch. Then I come home and I stream for God knows how many hours of a Hoi game. I've not actually seen it. I saw that Bocon released a video on it, which I'm planning on watching probably at some point tonight. But yeah, I've not seen any reviews from it. I've sort of tried to avoid them. For two reasons. Well, for one reason. Like most Civ games especially, but most strategy games, they're never great when they first release. You've got to at least wait for a patch or a DLC or something first. So I don't know. Yeah. Hello Al, how you doing? Yeah, that's better. What I'll say to that one, Civ6 has 80% after what? Like 6+ years? I think it's when did when did Civ6 come out? One second. Civ6. Came out 2016. So it's got 80% after nearly 10 years. When it first came out, even the first DLC into, they bombed hard too. Oh, did it have around 80% then? Oh, fair. Oh, fair. You looked at the data. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. I plan on buying it, and am I gonna say I'm gonna refund or anything? What am I doing tomorrow? Coming to yours, RTL. I've not seen a whole lot about Civ 7 at all, to be honest, though, so I can't comment on whether it looks good or not. When? Oh, I'm not sure. I'll probably try to leave early in the morning like I did last time.
If I were again beginning my studies,
the issue, like, not to say that it won't. Well, yeah, I would have actually gone early last season, but like, can't control the buses. The issue is when it comes to games and DLC spams, though, now is that there's a lot of demand. Game companies have got to the point where they've made the market so saturated because they're producing games so quickly that it's impossible to keep up with that demand without constant funds coming in. Because let's not forget, game studios, especially 20 years ago, they'd release a game and they'd be able to coast off that release for like 5 years. Because that release would take them through recouping the cost of the last game and beginning costs of the next game, to the point where they could potentially take debt to finish that game, release it, and then it would pay itself off and it would set up for the next one. And there'd be a constant like 5-year cycle. Yeah. Yeah, like it is kind of stupid. The issue with rumored costs for anything is like it's either bang on the money for whatever reason. Well, no, it's either bang on the money because someone has released the figures, or it's completely miles off because people are just speculating. Love those cuddles, Al. I guess 150 million there for like a AAA game doesn't sound completely ludicrous there. Ah. How did they know that? Like, 'cause if they weren't part of the actual... Oh, I guess they might have been just like going off their own. Who the hell is it? They're still friends with the Civ, so... Ah, fair. Well... I guess there's a good chance that they have a good idea of what it's... the cost is then. Well, that's disappointing then. Like, not to say that, like, they've done a completely shit job, but Ara... I don't feel like Ara lived up to Civ 5 if it's the same, if it's the majority of their team. Because Aaron's rushed to did it? No. See, in concept, Ara is great, but that's the same with humankind. If we're going to be really honest with it. Oh, in that case, it sounds like everyone's sort of like just fucked their own games because, like, humankind, conceptually amazing. Ara, conceptually amazing. Civ 7, they only had to build off Civ 6. Like, personally, I'm not a big fan of Civ 6. I prefer Civ 5. I play Civ 6 because, well, most of the people I play with play it, so I have it installed, ready to go.
There are very honest people who do not think that they have had a bargain unless they have cheated a merchant.
How have I guess this is where I'm gonna have to just start poking into it a bit, but like, how have they copied humankind? Have they like taken the combat feature or something? Whoa. So, wait a second. Oh, you're on about like this is the Civ stuff that they've done so far. So like, England's no longer base game. That's a DLC. That one, it's shitty, but they've done that with Civs on 6 as well. So I'm not gonna delve into that one too far. The Information Age, though, that's a weird one. Like that's a core game that they've taken out to DLC down the line. Oh, fair. So they've just they've straight up just copied their own work. Like, I don't have too much of an issue with them copying themselves, but it does like lower the quality of like what people are gonna say the game is. Wait, so our devs did. I assume that's Civ Bucky. That Civ 5 was rushed out. 2K forced them to push up their initial dates by about 8 months. So they also said God and Knights. Really? Well, that somewhat makes sense though, because that was around the first sort of point where big games companies were shifting more towards a DLC focus, because that's the because what that was. But that was a while ago. So you're talking like what, 2010, 2013 sort of time. No, wait, it would have been earlier, wouldn't it? No, would it? Yeah, 2010. Yeah, that was when companies literally shifted away from, oh, let's just make and release full games, to let's release a game which is done mostly, and then let's DLC extra features. Which Civ 5 was the first Civ game to do it. I think, what, did that only have like two big DLCs? Then Civ 6 came along. It's had two
The
big
more
DLCs
science intervenes
and a
in
dozen
warfare,
smaller
the
DLCs.
more will be the need for engineers in the...
And I suspect it'll be a similar thing with Civ 7, where the first few DLCs will be more or less pointless towards the game, and then, but like 2-3 DLCs in, big DLCs we're talking here, it'll actually become a reasonable game. I could be completely wrong with my assessment there, though. But it's the shift from the old, like, traditional, let's make a good game that'll sell itself, to let's make a good game, well, let's make a mid game that we'll keep developing to make it good. To be fair, the subscription-based system is something which is becoming a whole lot more common across the board. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, you still have people, companies which are focusing, well, which are obviously still selling the main DLCs themselves, but they know that those DLCs are that heavily priced at this point to get all of them, that it makes more sense to give people this subscription option if they're playing short bursts of it. Look at Hearts of Iron, EU4. Oh. What companies are you thinking? Because I know Paradox, for instance, like £200 worth of DLCs, and they go, listen, £6 a month, you can have all the DLCs. Zell's probably fucked off by now. Not gonna lie. Next DLC. 12 months will be £60. Wait, so when you say the next DLCs for the next 4 months, are you on about the next DLCs in 4 months? Because the way you've made that sound is that there's going to be multiple over the next 4 months, which are all going to be $60. So I feel like I need that clarifying. You too. What? Have I missed something there? So it's 2 DLC collections each. $30 each. These 7 different DLCs. It would be each of these. Oh. So they've done it in a weird like build a Civ way then. Oh. Plus then, I honestly don't care about that one. All players may condemn unit. Oh. Yeah, let's condemn the Catholics. Yeah, that's there is a game which does a similar thing, but it doesn't require any of them for you to play it with people. So I'm wondering if maybe they're taking that route. Have you ever played 40k Gladius? Because you've got all the faction packs. Like, all core mechanics are still base game, but you've got faction packs which allow you to play as the different things. Civ 7 will probably do it completely different to that, but that's the way I'm picturing it. Does that sound about right? It's DLCs for Wonders, Leaders, Civs. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it is. It's the Build-A-Bear of Civs. That's gonna get messy when you want to do multiplayer, though. Like, my issue is with them doing that in that case. Are they going to make it so you will need, like, all players will need all the DLCs, like Civ is already? Or are they going to adopt more of a paradox approach where only the host will need those DLCs. Unless you're playing as a particular leader or Civ. Like, if that makes sense. Right, okay. See, that one I can understand the fear of then. Because that one I'd be also worried about, because Civ 7 might be shit at the moment. 5 years down the line might be amazing. But from a multiplayer perspective, that is the only thing that matters. If they're gonna DLC bomb the game, do all the players need those DLCs? Sent me the thing. Okay. I'm going to pull this up on my phone because
That's
otherwise
someone who
tabbing
works
out
for the
is going to
federal
be a pain
government,
in the
but
ass.
doesn't have to take the civil service examination.
Early access. Not ignoring the stream, I'm just reading the roadmap. I just want to make sure that's clear. Wait to roll. So they are doing some free stuff with the patches and stuff, which... Okay, so it looks like natural wonders, at least, are going to be in the actual free content. Oh, there are actual natural wonders in the paid for stuff as well. Ooh. Wait, there's events as well? Well, they've sort of got events in this, actually. Free content, events, challenges, updates. I wonder, is it in the fine print? Crossroads of the... These years it will be delivered automatically in game. Oh, no, they haven't put anything there. Surely, though, the people that have already bought it know... Oh, wait, there's no DLCs yet, is there? Hmm. Yeah, that could be... I'll give them the chance to prove themselves first before I go full judgy. Yeah, like limited to 6 people. That's surely got to like be just a starting out thing. That surely can't be like a permanent choice, because that will piss a lot of people off. I can respect them like leaning more towards a specific build, sort of structure to maximize profits, because even though it's a shitty thing to do, it's a business. Businesses need money to run. But yeah, no, I can't understand why they just, unless they no, because like low amounts of people in Civ 6 and 5 didn't stop desyncs from happening. They were a pain in the ass. Console Switch, but as soon as they released everything, they already disabled crossplay. That might be something they reintegrate later on, though. That is something which wouldn't be too difficult to do, and a lot of companies forget about the intricacies of crossplay for release, even though you would have thought nowadays crossplay would be the easiest thing to fucking sort out. I'm well aware you are, Al. I'm well aware you are, Squirtle. Oi. For a second, I thought that one went under the radar. True, they're around 2K. That's the servers. That's how they did crossplay. Yeah. So they're actually running the games from their servers then? They did not. I feel like you're digging yourself a deeper hole now. Excuse me? I do not appreciate this slander on stream. Oh, I bet you'd enjoy that. I don't know what you're saying. I did no such thing. There you go, Al. There's Squirtle. If crossplay is achieved through the 2K servers, though, that means that there isn't any private hosting. Surely. I bet you was. I could imagine you actually did a little like jump and dance when you won it. Yes. It is a bit of a mess when it comes to it by the sounds of it, but it also sounds like not sounds like. I would hope they have a plan for it, if nothing else. As long as there's a plan, it means that eventually everything might make sense. You, cool and collected. Okay. I'm joking. Before you decide to come and shoot me yourself.
Hey, your mom.
Your mum. Yeah, it was kind of funny when I did that, wasn't it? I don't even know what caused. Well, I know what caused me to do it. Someone else clearly made the Chewy impression, and then I just like, decided to answer it. Which was really funny. Was it drilling? It sounded like Chewbacca. I guess I fucked it in that case. Because I genuinely thought it was just... it was a person. That Pikachu going for like noodles or something. Pika ramen. I can do like a Pikachu impression for that one, which is a bit weird. Saying that, it's not hard to do any Pokemon impression really. 3 gold for 30 turns. Okay, I want cash as well then. Do you even know what Pikachu sounds like? Do you have a baseline for this? Okay. Pika Pika! Pikachu! Anyone who clips that will get shot. Don't ever do that in public. Byron just lurking around still. How you doing, pal? Yeah, to be fair, everyone in the chat right now wishes they were AFK a few seconds ago. Civ7 is rated 1 point lower than Civ Beyond. You know what? This is gonna sound really funny, stupid. But I kind of like maybe it's because I only played it once or twice, but I kind of liked Civ Beyond. Like, I thought it was a nice change, but maybe that's just me. I'm good, thank you. Good, Fallon. Yeah, but that one's one of the issues, isn't it? Have you actually got to clip that? Oh, fuck's sake. It's fine, I'll put that on my TikTok later. You have as well. Fair enough, fair enough.
Listen, strange women lying in
You'll be more
ponds
embarrassed about it
distributing
than I will.
swords is no basis for a system of government. You can't take...
Gain score by sending gifts of gold to the target, completing. So I have. Is he even still alive? Ludwig? Yeah, have 100 gold. There you go. Idiot on top. Thank you. Should I go through the rest of the Pokemon just to wind you up? I can do a perfect Snorlax impersonation. I say that. It's actually kept her awake. Remove that. And then... Not 20,000. I think it is. Especially right now when I'm not there to keep you awake. You are voluntarily keeping yourself awake to just watch the stream instead. That did... I still struggle to believe that that one happened. Oh wait, you have to do it like that? But... And that is literally the only reason I believe you. Well, not the only reason. But it's the main one. I don't want to believe it. If that makes sense. Will they come on Monarchy? Okay. I love you too. What are you covering your eyes for? Fine. Just give me the gold. Let me distribute it. Start the Renaissance era, but you know.
The real use of gunpowder is to make all men tall.
I guess that works. Thanks for the gifted sub there, El. I'll have to try and get Zell on at some point to thank you himself. I will say though, DJ, I don't know if you're still there. At some point, when you're obviously not busy directing, we should try and get a game on Civ or something going, because it'll be a good laugh, I imagine. Ba, 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 ba. Ah, probably. I won't even try to deny it. I don't want you open borders. Ugh. Open borders are gross. I don't want you to have people in my country. You can keep the French peasantry. Oh my god, is it going to be 11? One tap, I jump straight away. EU5. EU5 is probably one of the ones which is going to be worth waiting for. But it's not good. Since there's been leaks, maybe it's going to be sometime soon. But I strongly suspect it's still a few years away. Maybe within the year. Don't see it happening within the year. I'm going to say 2-3 years for EU5. But I could be miles wrong there. maybe towards the end of the year then. It didn't sound like they'd been working on it for that long. That's the main reason why I'm not like it's happening soon, if that makes sense. Because they only recently moved the devs from EU4, didn't they? I guess it was like a year ago at this point, actually, we're talking, aren't we? Maybe towards the end of the year then. Well, maybe.
If you see a castle under fog, you must walk there
I guess,
to meet the
I
extraordinary
guess the thing with
dreams.
EU4, they've still got to work on a lot of mechanical things because they don't want it to be all the same. Or EU5, I should say. But the main focus will be on like game engine work because they want to make it run more smoothly than EU4, and they want to be able to grow it further. Now, the actual, unless they're changing combat and stuff, well, that they can do as they're building it. But like a lot of the story that they put into it won't change from EU4. I reckon more November, December sort of time, maybe October. But you've got a fair point. Like, if they've hinted at it, maybe it is coming sooner than we was expecting. But I still get there's still a good chance that they'll just release it next year. In fact, when was the last EU4 DLC, and is there another one planned? Because that might be a hint there. Because remember, they won't let EU4 completely die off first, but the last DLC will come out probably before EU5. Then in Discord. Okay, let me have a look. Oh, this is a big forum thing to read. Okay.
You can't go around arresting the Thieves Guild. I mean, we'd be at it all day.
Where is what I'm looking for? Da-da-da. been a while since we passed the plastic historically. We should regular updates. Oh, we've been lacking up community. That's why we want to test sharing reflective. It roller coaster trying to plot various cars based on machine only from exactly. So 7 on the functions on our titles. Yeah, she wants to get to a few years back we had a much wider field teams publish work since was back to do since last week got new expansions. As a surprise, no one, but we also did some new games. Our family on our home turf. Okay, I think that's the bit you mean, isn't it? The more games on our home turf bit lined up for this year, or well, it doesn't actually specify that bit's lined up for this year, but it definitely specifies that there is going to be more classic Paradox stuff lined up for. Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. Definitely an EU4 is the only thing that is known about, so it does make sense. Unless they've got like an indie team which is has made something, because Paradox Arc has been a big thing that they've been pushing forward, haven't they? And if an indie team's made something a bit more Paradox-like, Paradox might have brought it into the fold and said, well, you guys are nearly done. Why don't we release you this year? I doubt that's the case. It's just obviously that is an option. About it. New IP grand strategy. See, the issue with knowing that is the fact that all Paradox, or like most of the Paradox games, run off the same engine. So having them both pull off their games about the same time might also hint to, well, in fact, there is no hint. EU5 has basically confirmed it, hasn't it? Where they have a new engine. Now, EU5 will probably be quicker to make than a brand new IP, but it doesn't lower the chances that it's like it isn't a new IP, but it could be like a Stellaris 2. Even well, no, you could probably still do a fair bit with the entire Stellaris sort of concept in an updated system. More procedurally generated, like galaxies and stuff. More randomly generated galaxies. Okay, yeah. If the EU4 updates have ended, then the chances that the release will be EU5 increases, because they're not going to keep feeding a dead horse if its new thing is coming out. There. Stellaris is one of the ones which is completely different to EU4 and Hoither, even though it has the same sort of idea of, you explore, expand, exploit, whatever the other one is, 4X game. EU4, Hoi, and then have it confined, because you can only do it so much. Because EU4 actually has a system to counterbalance against it. Stellaris is just like, nah, you do you. I'm curious what they're going for if they're going for something new then. Because what, they could... Where are the barbarians that I'm letting run amok?
Kilwa is one of the most beautifully built cities in the world. The houses there are entirely made of wood, their rooftops out of rope grass, and it rains with great vigor.
Trying to think of something that like would be a new game, which would be completely different to what Paradox has already done. Unless the Stellaris team are working on another 4X game for Paradox. Maybe something fantasy-ish? Unless they're sticking with sci-fi. But that wouldn't make much sense if it's something new. But it makes sense that they're keeping it under wraps for now. Like, saying that they're going to go for a total war theme, I don't see that happening. I know what you mean, like a fantasy grand strategy. You know what would they've partnered up with Star Trek to do like a Stellaris spin-off for that. Now, surely this would have been more public if they were. But do you reckon? Because I can think of one fantasy strategy game which just disappeared off the face of the earth, which would be maybe a great place for them to start. Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle Earth, something like that. There's something for you to think about. The only thing is, though, unless it's been kept so quiet because of it, I wouldn't have thought the studio that would authorise that have kept it quiet for this long. You would have thought there would be a fair bit of leaks if that was the case. But, you know, sometimes companies can be very quite secretive when they want to be. So I think that one makes sense, but it's an IP you'd have to really work with and you'd have to really be careful with. But it would definitely work. Could you imagine? Like, taking Middle Earth, like the Shire, Gondor, Rohan, and being able to, like, create them into, like, a massive superpower? Even Mordor? It's an interesting twist on just the them just doing something random. Ooh. Wait, I thought Surviving Mars was already theirs. Am I thinking of a different Mars game? So they didn't so it published under Paradox, but it's a dev studio. Fair enough. Tropica is an interesting one though. Like, yeah, fair enough. It sort of falls under their wheelhouse. And it'd be interesting to see what Pyrox might do with Tropico. Especially in terms of like game stability and stuff. If they're able to do anything. It's interesting though to see how many big companies are buying out little studios and stuff at the moment. It's also a little concerning because you also had Microsoft buying a lot of companies out over the last few years, haven't you? I just had a thought. I know Millennia just got released. Technically do attempts. I thought they already have industry. Oh.
And first Hephaestus makes a great and massive shield, and he forged on the shield 2 noble cities.
You know what? Especially if Paradox has been very careful with it, that might actually be a killer move at the moment. Think about it. You've had 2 attempts to replace Civ, which has flopped. You've had Humankind, Ara. No offense to the Ara devs, they probably have a great idea behind them, but it both flopped. Civ itself, apparently, by the sounds of it, is completely fucking with Civ 7. So Paradox is actually creating a replacement, well, their own version of Civ. That could actually be really interesting, and that is actually something kind of exciting. But if they've been working on something fantasy related, because you said that there's also been rumors that they're working on something fantasy, how does that work into it unless it's a Civ based fantasy game? Which could still work, actually. You take this sort of idea, you just throw in elves, humans, dwarves, orcs, instead of the different civilizations. And make it like racial bonuses or something instead of national bonuses. That could work quite nicely, actually. There we go. That should hopefully be a little bit better temporarily. Ah. They could.
The three great elements of modern
Oh,
civilization:
yeah.
gunpowder, printing, and the Protestant
Wait,
religion.
I've actually seen Age of Wonder, but I completely forgot about it. I can't just bloody shut on that screen because it's not picking it up. I'm gonna quickly. I can't change that without going off. Yeah. No, you actually have a fair point there. Mm. It's definitely got some potential there in that case. But I don't think they're taking that sort of idea and making a historical based game makes too much sense for them though. Because if they're unless
Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and
Just
he
trying to
shall
think, 'cause,
go no more
like,
out.
they could. Triumph Studio already has a successful Forex series, Age of Wonders. Yeah. Like, the Stellaris team will probably lean into Forex if they're actually doing something. Now, yeah. Well, there we go then. Yeah, they don't really. They've already got the fantasy side of things in the bag. Like, I've not played Age of Wonders myself. But yeah. The I'm really curious what they're doing then. Because unless they are straight up just going for like their own version of Civ, because it doesn't make much sense for them to go for a fantasy version, a fantasy 4X, if they've already got Triumph doing that. It wouldn't. The only way, actually, there is one way, which blends the idea of their own historical idea and fantasy. Because I assume Age of Wonders is just 100% like just fantasy and no historical sort of basis to it. What if they tried to make a game where it was fantasy, but it tried to like follow through history? So like if you added orcs, dwarves, elves to say like EU4 and CK3, not to say that's specifically what they're gonna do, but like I don't know. The Holocaust was actually like a purifying of the elven bloodline or some weird shit in Germany. you know what I mean though. It's not the first time an idea like that has been floated. I don't think many people like the movie, but like there was a movie with Will Smith. I think it was called Blight. He was a cop, and his partner was like an orc. Well, yeah, like the people, the thing that you sent, they did apologize for being so quiet. But at the same time, if the dev team has been like strongly told they need to just keep it stum whilst they produce whatever they're producing, and they are actually like being pushed to the side whilst they're making it quietly, it makes a bit of sense, especially if the Stellaris team is the more outspoken of the bunch. But it does make it more interesting, like, what are they making? Because if they are the more outspoken bunch, then, like, for them not to talk. Now that has two sort of implications, that doesn't it? One, they've all had, like, I don't know, an NDA slapped in front of them saying, you keep shut, or they've seen what they're working on and they're going, actually, this will be pretty cool as a surprise. This is exciting. Let's work on it. Shh. But for 5 years. Yeah, that still seems a bit off, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm really curious now. But the issue is, like, unless they have some sort of conference on, like, press release or leak, we're not gonna know. And it could be months before we hear anything. It could be years. It depends, like, how big of a project they're working on. We could be completely out of even the ballpark when it comes to what they're working on there as well. You said they're working on a brand new IP. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's strategy or grand strategy. It makes sense for it to be. But what if they're making like their own Skyrim or something? Or I guess with it being the Stellaris team, like their own, I forget what Bethesda's version was called, but their own No Man's Sky, their own Star Citizen.
Tactics mean doing what you can with what you have.
It makes sense to keep them to what they know, so grand strategy is the easy assumption. Space and fantasy are the easy assumptions. Well, historical stuff, I guess, is actually the biggest assumption that you can make, because paradox. And because it's the Stellaris team, the biggest assumption you can make is the something to do with space. But brand new IP, that could quite literally just be anything. Unless they've specified it's going to be a brand new grand strategy.
We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive.
Europa Civilization King still Victoria edition. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's impossible for us to know, so like we're just spitballing. We're throwing cool ideas out there, like the Lord of the Rings. That would have been a sick idea. But yeah, it's time will tell. I look forward to seeing whatever it is, but I am very curious of what it is. Because, well, yeah, just it could be anything.
The purpose of education
Really?
Not all who wander are lost.
Yeah, no worries, pal. To be fair, I'll probably be off in about 10 minutes anyway. Because I
At
realise it's
Rhodes
starting to
was
get a
set
bit
up
low.
a colossus of 70 cubits high, representing the sun. The artist expended as much bronze in it as seemed likely to create a dearth in the mines.
Okay. I think I accidentally broke Civ. Fuck's sake. Okay. Civ's broken this time. Right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I will end the stream here. And I will raid out with the couple people that I've got left. Because the game's broke and it's going to take too long to try and fix it, so I'm going to have to restart the entire thing. So who should I raid? Daryl, he's on. Let's go raid him. Looks like he's playing some Hearts of Iron. He's playing the Bulgarian. Bulgarian. He's playing as Bulgaria at the moment. So Let's go raid.